Okay, welcome to another Tigo sizing tool video here in Greg's Garage. But I promise you what I lack in decor, I make up for in content. And in this video, I will show you the right way to size a battery system. Let's go. Okay, so the reason I preface this with the right way is because there's a lot of websites out there that show some shortcuts that may or may not end in an angry customer because of a depleted battery bank. I've seen it happen, and one of the biggest offenders is trying to size a battery system based on the square footage of a house or the utility bill. I know those websites have back-end calculations going on, they're tapping into things, but in my experience, they don't tell the whole story. And when I put my house in, and I either put the square footage or my utility bill, they fall short. So I will show you the right way to do this using the Tigo battery sizing tool. Now, this is part of a sizing tool where down here you can see the solar sizing tab is there. I did a video on that. This one is just for battery sizing, and we try to make this as easy as possible because we want people to do this. We don't want to scare them away, and it's not that hard if you just take a few minutes to do this. Okay, so here's our tool. This is going to be a down and dirty video. Okay, I am going to show you first of all the overview of the tool. Yeah? So we have these tier 1 loads, which I would refer to as reasonable loads. These are things that are low in consumption. Probably everybody will want these types of loads. So we already have this filled in, but you can go in, and if you want to change this to something else, you can do that, no problem. So we have the rating of the device. You can get that from either the device itself, or more likely, just go to an appliance consumption chart. There are 10,000 billion of them online. Just Google, how much does my appliance consume? And you want to look for a chart that gives you the power rating. Okay, so in this example, we use a 500 watt refrigerator. That's a little high. Let's change it to 400 just to show you. Yeah, so you see this changed. The watt hours changed. Matter of fact, if we have 2 refrigerators, you'll see that this changed down here. Okay. The watt hours also drop because we're taking the number of devices times the power times the number of hours it will run to give us this watt hour, or if you just want to move the decimals over 3 places, that's the kilowatt hour consumption. All right? So we see here that at the bottom we have 2,671 watts total, and we have 6,546 watt hours total. So this assumes, this line here for power, assumes that all of these loads, if they were on at the same time, would pull over 2,600 watts. Okay. Now, the watt hours really doesn't matter. If you blow that all in the first 3 hours of the day, or if it's spaced out over 24 hours, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be the same here. Okay. If you stick to these numbers. And in my experience, homeowners will run these loads longer, and they will add more loads to this list. So this is to get everybody on the same page. I would probably print this out and have them sign it with a disclaimer that says, this is the amount of power and energy that we are providing in our Tigo energy storage system. Your mileage may vary if you don't pay attention to what we're saying and our customer expectation management, which is the number one thing you can do to reel in these customers, to prevent them to, have a jacuzzi party on the second day of a 5-day outage, just hypothetically speaking. So let's scroll down. We have the tier 1 loads figured out. We have tier 2 and tier 3. And so as we go down or higher in the tiers, we get bigger loads. Bigger loads, but they are grayed out by default because you need to go over here and activate it. So if we turn on the sump pump, we'll put those values in there. Again, just refer to an appliance list. You'll find them. They're there. Then we get into tier 3, and oh boy, do we get into the big loads. Look at this. 2.5 ton air conditioner. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. 5 ton air conditioner. Now, be careful with this. Just because we have this on our list doesn't mean we promote this. Okay, what I mean by that is once people see this, then they start getting delusions of grandeur. Okay, but I have to preface these larger loads here with something called surge power. Okay, the Tigo energy storage platform can provide 6,000 watts of surge power at 240 volts. So quick math, that's 25 amps. Check my math on that, but I think that's right. 25 amps. Okay. Does anybody know how much a 3-ton air conditioner requires to start? Any ideas? About 70 amps. 70 amps. Okay, and you get 25 from Tigo. So, if you have these large loads, there are some solutions out there. Call our sales engineering team, and we will be happy to go over those solutions with you, or options. But let's look at this. Let's go back. We don't want to scare anybody just yet. So we'll go back to the reasonable loads. We go all the way down here. Whoa, hang on there. Go down to the bottom. These numbers are the same. You can see we do not have tier 2 or 3 in here yet. Okay. So we're going to go over here. And we have this little chart. This is just information. It has nothing to do with what you entered in. Just giving you number of batteries that can go with the inverters over here with our hybrid inverter, 3.8, 7.6, 11.4. We give you the breaker sizes over here. Nothing crazy. What's cool about our inverters, though, is you can double up on the PV. 2 times oversizing. Love it. But what we really want to look at is this box right here. So you look at the inverter versus the number of batteries. Notice we don't have a 3 battery system. That is verboten. 1, 2, or 4 batteries. Take the EI Energy Intelligence Residential Solution certification course that I designed, and you'll understand all of this in more detail. So we can see here that everything is green, which means we look at the load that we have, 2,600 watts, and with the available number of batteries with this inverter, we are in the green, which means we have more than enough power to supply all of those loads, even if they were on at the same time. No problem. But what's even more exciting is this section right here. Let me just blow this up. Try not to cover myself up here. So with 1 battery, you get 33 hours of backup. Man, that's over 24. That's all you need, right? With 2 batteries, it doubles. 4 batteries, 132 hours, like 5 days of autonomy, just running on the battery. If all you run are those loads for that specific amount of time. So now let's have a little fun. Let's go down here. Sump pumps are pretty popular in a lot of places, right, that have basements. So we'll turn on the sump pump. And, I don't know, maybe you want to do some laundry. You don't want everybody to stink for an extended outage, right? So we'll turn those 2 things on. So remember, we were at 33 hours. Oh, look at that. Just adding a sump pump and washing a few loads of clothes, we lost 10 hours of backup. We're still about a day. I mean, that's still pretty good. All right, but we lost some autonomy there. Now let's have some fun. Let's go down here. So I know you guys in Arizona, New Mexico, you're like, dude, not having air conditioning is not an option here. It's 120 degrees in the shade in March. I get it. That's why we ask you to talk to our sales engineering team. We will come up with a solution for you. let's just add this little old 2.5 ton. We're going to run that for 8 hours a day, which is about the right amount of time for an air conditioner, central air conditioner. That's in good condition. It'll run for about 8 hours a day. Okay. And when we look at our totals down here, whoa, boy, that jumped up a lot. That jumped up a lot. But let's see what our table says. Woo! Now we've got some red. And what that means is if you had all of those loads on at the same time with our big honking 11.4 kilowatt inverter, we would only be able to sustain 82% of the power requirement. I know it's a geeky number. It doesn't matter. What that means is you're just going to drain the battery down faster. Yep. And so look at what happened here. We went from 33 to 23 to 7 just by turning on that air conditioner. But you know what? That may be okay. And we'll assume that you're using a soft start kit or some other solution to get the AC to turn on. Okay, that's fine. In 7 hours. I mean, think about it. Y'all out there in Tucson, in Phoenix, Albuquerque, how often does your power go out? And when it does, is it out for longer than 7 hours? Generally, right? That's what you have to look at. So 7 hours isn't bad. And we're only talking about backup. We are not talking about time of use, self-consumption. We're talking about backup only. And so this may be okay. I know that 7 hours would be more than enough for me here outside Sacramento. Our power does not go out that often. And when it does, it's maybe once every 5 years, it's out for an hour. Okay, but I'm not in PG&E territory. Okay, you'll talk to somebody up in Truckee who's using PG&E or somewhere down south where they are turning off the power anytime the wind gets above 30 or 35 miles an hour. That's a different story. Okay, the fires that happen, you got people that are without power for 4, 5, 7, 10 days. Okay, it's horrible thing to have to go through. Like, I totally empathize with you. And so what you're going to need to do is beef up these numbers. Might have to beef these numbers up, and you do that by putting more batteries, more power. And there's other options. We're coming out with something pretty cool. I'm just going to sneak it out right now because we're showing it at SPI. RE Plus, sorry. We have a generator compatible ATS that we're launching at RE Plus this year. So that totally changes this dynamic. Yeah, totally changes that dynamic. Because as long as you have fuel, you're good to go, man. You're zombie proof for all intents and purposes. But for the rest of us, this is what we need to look at. Okay? We have some other things down here. It gets really nerdy. Most people, unless you're a nerd like I am about this stuff, will care about that. But this is what matters. This is the money shot right here. Because homeowners want to know, how big of a system do I want? How much does it cost? How long can I be off the grid? Bing, bang, boom. 3-point sermon right there. And this tool tells you all of that. You just have to put in a little bit of effort and enter in the loads. That's all you got to do. That's how easy it is. Yeah. All right. So if you have any questions on battery sizing, send them to us. We'll be happy to help you. Any pre-sales questions, send that to our sales engineering team. I'll put a link down in the video description. I trained all of them. They are all good to go. We're all beefed up, one big happy Tigo family, and we are ready to help you. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.